have
know
this
he does
character.
and I know Raptor. He is also Puff Master Flex.
He plays Puff in a lot of friendlies, so
Yes.
this isn't too strange.
It's certainly in losers' quarters. Maybe this would be something you might see in winners, but certainly not losers' quarters. Everything on the line here. However, starting off with Puff Gunner, I can't say I know this matchup all too well. I'm sure most of us can't, but
So one thing we're going to be seeing a lot of is the aerial play between the two of these. Forward air out of Me Gunner moves him a very far amount very quickly, while allowing him to act out with his not terrible aerials. He actually is able to get a lot off of his nair and his up air.
Right, his aerials linger a fair amount. So it's besides fair obviously, but his aerials linger a fair amount, like the up air there, which allows him to cover a lot of the landing options that Puff might be throwing out. And
the issue we'll be seeing with a lot of Cyberman's Me Gunner is just him connecting for the kill. We see a lot of these stray hits gathering up a lot of percentage on Jigglypuff, but it's about connecting that all into something that's going to go in for the kill.
And the issue we're going to see with the fair spacing coming out from Cyber is he's going to be losing some stage control every time that he fairs just by moving a little bit backwards. So we're going to see how Cyber's Jigglypuff can adapt to that. Now if there's one character... Oh, I'm surprised no rest, but still getting the punish. Oh wow, and a great upbeat coming out from Cyber.
Raptor able to go deep in there with Jigglypuff. He has a very good understanding of how Jigglypuff moves in the air, which isn't very surprising considering his aerial-oriented fighting with Yoshi that we're so accustomed to seeing.
On the back air, almost taking it there. However, Shine Stall coming out into fair.
Very nice recovery from Cyberman, but it's going to put him in a disadvantageous situation.
Oh, and that's going to be it. Oh wow, I'm surprised he didn't punish the down smash on the regrab there.
But we have
Cyber didn't have a whole lot of options otherwise. I mean, V-Gunner's uppy doesn't have a hitbox on it. It's similar to Robin's in that sense. I'm surprised no punish from Raptor. Now Raptor we're seeing in disadvantage with Cyber and stage control.
And Jigglypuff's another one of those characters we're going to be seeing a lot in the air. We're going to be seeing him attempt to go for those sweet spot back airs, just trying to wall out with nair and forward air, because that's where a lot of this percentage has come from, him trying to meet him in the air. But in a similar situation to Cyberman, you can see that Raptor's struggling to get the kill because most of Jigglypuff's kill options are ground-oriented.
Right, and I mean, if Jigglypuff isn't getting that rest, or maybe besides that back air in the air, she doesn't have a whole lot of kill options, and the kill options she does have on the ground are certainly not safe at all. Her smashes are some of the worst in the game.
That being said, forward smash actually does have a good amount of knockback behind it.
Oh yes, certainly in that case it is a strong move, and pound the taunt coming out from Raptor. That is Jigglypuff's best taunt. I don't care what anyone says, by the way. Hands down, Twirly Puff is best Puff.
So now we have a Jigglypuff with max rage sitting against Me Gunner.
And here if we see, I'm not sure how familiar Raptor is with the Jigglypuff rest setups, but I'm not gonna be able to take with rage there. But if he is familiar, he can take those stocks fairly early once once Cyberman gives him an opening. Oh, still able to come back there, had his jump. Did fastfall a bit scarily there, for sure, but able to recover just fine.
Yeah, both of these characters, as we've seen, are very comfortable with just tacking on damage. It's a matter of getting that kill, that magic hit in.
Oh no!
And we have the whiff.
So, fun fact, F smash is never the optimal punish for Me Gunner. In terms of percent, down smash is actually the best smash attack to go for.
Yeah, it would have been interesting to see him go for the down smash, would have racked up more percentage, would have gotten him more stage control, but nonetheless, he did punish the rest.
Right.
He is still sitting in a percentage disadvantage, though.
Certainly able to come back, though. Me Gunner is actually a pretty solid character at racking damage. Oh, no punish coming out there from Raptor. Being very patient, as you can see, he's just waiting for Raptor to pick out an option, standing in one spot and punishing right afterwards. However, seems to not be working just here, as Cyberman pressuring pretty hard with aerials.
And a Swift Nair is going to be netting stage control and ledge control to Raptor, but all it's doing is just giving him more and more percentage.
And Puff, one of the characters that does not have any kill throws in this game. So it's all these throws, while solid percent throws, all of which do 10%.
But a back air is going to do it, and game one's going to go to Raptor.
Yes, and I think, again, solid performance by both players there. However, I think that Raptor had a better understanding of his character more so than Cyberman. If Cyberman is a real man, he'll go Sonic here, counterpick the Puff. And that matchup, in my humble opinion, is absolutely terrible.
It doesn't look like either of them are strengthened their character picks, and I think what we really got to see in that matchup is how Jigglypuff is able to maneuver itself around Gunner's projectile pressure.
Ooh, I think we are seeing a character switch here. To Yoshi and Sonic, are we seeing the timeout? The classic timeout.
We will be seeing the mains. However, there's a lot more pressure lying on Cyberman's shoulders now than if this was game 1. This is loser's bracket,
right?
And this is Raptor with a game advantage.
It's going to be a matter of if Cyber can be patient enough, just outweigh all of Yoshi's approaches, and just get that percent lead just once, and then not approach Yoshi ever again. That's how he's going to be able to take this game. The 50-50 coming out there from Yoshi. Not going to be able to get the up air, though.
So a great percentage right out the gate for Cyberman. Let's see if he can bring things back on Town and City. Now, this is a stage I know he himself loves. It's a very good stage for Sonic. The small blast zones help him immensely, and the variety of platforms allow him a lot of room to breathe.
Right, but the risky choice in this matchup is that, one, Raptor is going to be killing off the top a lot of the time. Some of Yoshi's best kill options are off the top, such as up smash and up air. And Yoshi's obviously going to go for those options in a situation that when Sonic is landing. And this small blast zone off the top, or small ceiling I should say, on Town and City could potentially fire right back at Cyberman.
Yeah, but right now things are looking pretty fresh for him as Raptor tries to gather some percentage on board. And just like that,
3 fairs, that killed.
With very questionable DI from Cyberman, just a brutal beating from Raptor is going to give him the stock advantage now.
He was at, I think, 30% to start. Triple fair into double up air, taking Raptor, or Cyberman's stock rather, and Raptor in a very good position after starting rather poorly, I would say.
Yeah, Cyberman had all the momentum in the world, but he just gave it all up to Raptor, and now he really has a hill to climb. But
then there's your hill to climb.
The hill just became a little smaller with very unfortunate egg spacing from Raptor, coming to an end to that stock.
I'm curious as to potentially if Raptor maybe, I mean, certainly his proficiency with Yoshi would lead me to believe that would not be possible. However, if maybe potentially jumped along with his up air, I'm causing him to, or with the up B rather, potentially causing him to SD there.
And on top of that, just the fear of the kind of pressure that Cyberman can put out so quickly might have led him to just be a little too cautious coming to the ledge.
Right, and Yoshi's, rather, Sonic's Bear, definitely a scary option off the stage. And with Spring Ride, able to cover a whole lot of options horizontally.
So now we're sitting in a very similar situation to what we were seeing in the beginning of the game, although a little bit reversed now with Cyberman having the higher percentage.
And Cyberman is, while here he does have to be aggressive, this game in general, I think maybe he has caught Raptor a bit off guard that Cyberman has been so aggressive when he's notably not known for it in this matchup in particular. He's certainly a more aggressive Sonic in general, however in this matchup he's known to camp because the matchup is so difficult otherwise.
Right, Cyberman's a player that we know on the island is very familiar with a aggressive, very unique Sonic in that he gets very creative with his kills. He knows those bread and butter follow-ups, he knows how to do some fancy stuff, but altogether we know him for his aggressive style of play. But he is still capable of getting slow and getting to what Sonic's more infamous for when he needs to, and when there's a lot of pressure on the line.
Right, and after the fair, rather after the early kill from Raptor, that first stock, we see Cyberman catching a bit of the momentum here. Oh, and the great read coming out from Raptor, and that'll take it in 2-0 fashion. And again, it was very back and forth that game for sure, where momentum was shifting back and forth a whole lot. However, Raptor coming out on top in terms of momentum, getting 2 grabs off air dodge reads, and that last one taking the stock on the 50-50 with up air.